Comic Impact, it's Rick Hansen, the dude who's supposed to be here every month to give you the smash of the month and tell you what's the best darn thing happening in comics. But I missed last month because I was getting ready for a little thing here in Chicago we call C2E2. Big old comic convention, whole sorts of friends came in from out of town, made a whole bunch of new friends. I did karaoke for the first time, and I added a lot of missing pieces to my Bill Mantlo comic collection, and got some really cool pieces for my Bill Mantlo themed sketchbook. But enough about all of that. This is the best thing that came out in all of comics for April of 2014. It's a book that I am really excited to hopefully introduce a lot of you to, and because I think it's fallen under the radar, particularly for all the podcasts and things that people listen to. This is Frankenstein, Alive, Alive! By IDW. It's written by Steve Niles and Bernie Wrightson. So if you guys are a fan of just good comics, this is a great pick. Horror, drama, tragedy, it's got it all. I mean, this is a work of masterful proportions, and you can put your faith in everything that has the name Steve Niles or Bernie Wrightson on it. And getting both of these superstars together on one book is just a dream come true. Now, it's in mostly black and white. There's some color shading going on in there, but it basically is about the Frankenstein monster, Mary Shelley's version, not the movie version. So it's not a monster who's lumbering around and who fears fire and can't make more than one syllable noises. This monster is well spoken. He's deep in thought. He's very emotional. He feels a lot of tragedy in his life. He has a lot of self-doubt about his humanity and whether he deserves this gift of life that he holds. But he finally finds a little bit of peace in his life and a little bit of happiness because a doctor has accepted him into his home. He provides him with shelter and companionship and a lot of reading material. So the monster, he finds himself enriched and accepted in a way that he's never been in his whole life. But just like you would expect any story involving the Frankenstein monster, things do not stay happy for long. He does not remain at peace because strange things are afoot in the doctor's home. His wife has passed away as far as the general public is concerned, but the Frankenstein monster, he finds that all is not as it seems, and there are strange machinations in effect. The amount of detail that is given to the work is just absolutely phenomenal. You'll see that the monster has clothing that comes up to his calves and his forearms because he's so tall and large that nobody's ever created clothing the size to fit a being like him. When you see the amount of detail that's in the laboratory and the exhibits room of the doctor, where he's got animals of all shapes and sizes, a woolly mammoth skull, extinct birds and Komodo dragons, and skulls and bones of all sorts of creatures. The amount of detail is just phenomenal. There is no spot of frame wasted, and the frames are put together to tell a really wonderful story. Lots of great splash pages, not splash pages for the sake of taking up room like you'll see on a Marvel Ed McGuinness page or something like that, but splash pages covered with insane details. It's really a captivating look. I don't stare at pages of comics very often. I'll pull out an issue of like Beware the Claws of the Cat and stare at the pages of Marie Severin's work for a little bit, or I might stare a little bit at the pages of Mike Deodato for a modern feel. But this is work that I look over again and again and again, and I promise you will too. Please check it out. It's from IDW. This is issue 3 of the series, and the other ones are easy to come by either either on your comic shelf or on Comixology. And as you can tell, I have recently switched to the digital format of comics, and I could not be happier. This is a brand new day for me as a comics reader, although I'm still collecting paper copies of my classic 70s Bronze Age issues, but that is another story. I hope you guys have a great month. Be sure to check out my column every week for Comics and Coffee, and hope that you all have a fantastic month of May and we get some great comics, because I'll be bringing you the best thing that happens in this month. Frankenstein Alive from IDW. Check it out. Smash on.